Hi, welcome to today's lesson. What we're going to be looking at now is expanding brackets. What that means is it means timesing out a bracket. But let's take a look at this. So, expanding brackets. My handwriting. Wait. Okay, so expanding brackets, like I said, means timesing out a bracket. The easiest way to look at this is just to do an example. So, first example, 3 brackets a plus 5, e.g. 3 brackets a plus 5. Alright, so exactly as it reads, what this means is it means 3 times a plus 5. Now, the concept behind this is a little bit long-winded, but it helps to understand where this is coming from. If I said 3x, that would mean 3 times x. If I said 3 pens, that would mean 3 times these. Now, another way of thinking of multiplication is repetitive addition. That's what multiplication is. So if I said, oh, I've got 1 pen and plus another one, I've got 3 of them, I got 3 pens. 3 x's, I got 3 x's. So if I've got 3 brackets, now this is the long-winded way to think about this. I've got 1 bracket, a plus 5. Now, I'm not going to write the brackets. I'm going to get bored of writing the brackets. So let's just leave them off for now. Okay? Now, let's do it again. So, I've got a plus 5, alrighty, and then I've got another one, plus a plus 5, alrighty, then I've got another one, plus a plus 5, 1, 2, 3 of them. And now, you should have seen about adding like terms. You should be okay with adding like terms. Adding like terms says I can put the a's together, I can put the 5's together. So the answer to this is a plus a plus a, so that's 3a, 5 plus 5 plus 5 is plus 15. Oh, that's kind of cool and useful if you're doing something small like 3 times a plus 5. But what if I was doing 100 times a plus 5? Gosh, I don't want to have to write this thing out 100 times. That's just mad. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a pattern that I can apply. And the pattern that we see is this. It's called the distributive law because you distribute the number in front to all the things inside the bracket. Okay. It's like when you distribute newspapers, if you've got a paper route, same thing. I'm distributing the newspapers. I'm giving each house a newspaper. Same thing. I'm distributing the 3. You with me? Let's try another one. Slightly more advanced, not too hectic. Alright. So another e.g. 4 times 3d minus 2. 4 times 3d minus 2. Okay. Now, I'm not going to write this out 4 times. Okay? Why I need that? We've got the trick. So, what this is it's this distributive law. So, I'm going to write out the working slightly different, just so you can start to see different ways of expressing the same thing. This is 4 times 3d, and now watch how I write this, and 4 times minus 2. Now, this is one thing where I think is quite useful when using the, because I know what's coming down the track, okay, I kind of can, I've been there. Taught this, I know where you're going. Alright, this minus 2, a suggestion, you don't have to do this, a suggestion is to think of this as negative 2. 3d and negative 2. So when you're multiplying out, it's 4 times 3d and 4 times negative 2. Deal with the signs within the number. Okay, some teachers won't like that. Well, I do. Okay, so 4 times 3d. Now I can multiply the numbers. 4 times 3. Oh, let me stick to blue. I was using blue, and I'm going to go sidetrack. 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 what? 12d. All right. Now this is why I think you should keep the sign as part of the number. 4 times negative 2, or I should say positive 4 times negative 2. Positive 4 times negative 2, or positive times a negative is a negative. 4 times 2 is 8. Negative 8. Okay. A very common mistake when you're just starting out on this is to do 12d plus 8. Forget about that negative. Okay, alrighty. So there it is, straight out like that. Let's try it a little bit more advanced. I'm pushing you all the time. So let's go to this one. E.g. 3, right? 2g plus 9, 2g plus 9, plus 3 times by 5g and negative 2. Okay, alright, so what this is, I'm going to color code this so you can see what's going on. I've got 2 times those 2. Please notice I've chosen g and I've chosen 9 so that you can see the difference between my g's and my 9's. If your g's start to look like 9's, well, you've got to fix it, okay? You've got to make them look like g's and make the 9's look like 9's. Some people have a similar thing with A's, where A's sometimes look like 9s or A's look like G's. Yeah. Get your writing correct. You don't want to lose marks in the exam just because you've written something slapdash. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to do that multiplication of the 3 distributed across those brackets. So let's hit it. All right. So 2 times G is 2G. 2 times 9. Positive 2 times positive 9 is positive 18. Listen to how I'm saying it. Okay. Really helps when you start to think of multiplication in this way. All right. Now let's do this. Positive 3 times positive 5G is positive 15G. Positive 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Positive times negative is a negative. Alright, almost done. Let's just tidy stuff up. So 2G plus 15G is 17G. 18 minus 6 is plus 12. D-U-double-N. Done. Okay, so piece of cake. Got 3 more examples for you. Let's quickly take a look at it. Good. Okay, you know when the board flips that you're at least past halfway of the lesson. So, here we go. Next one. A times 2A plus 5, e.g. 4. A times 2A plus 5. Okie dokie. Now, the only reason why I've thrown this in is because I'm looking at multiplication of variables by variables, A times A. Alright, but you should know this. I'm going to use black just for a change of color. So I've got A times 2A and A times 5. Okay, very straightforward. A times 2A. Now, I'm going to write this out so you can see where my thinking's come from, because on the next ones I'm not going to write this out. So I've got A times 2 times A. 2A. Sorry, that looks like a 9. After all my harping, I went and did it. Plus, A times 5 is just 5A. Right. I don't need to explain that one, hopefully. But let's just look at this one quickly. So, just to fix this one up, I've got 2, there's no other numbers there other than the invisible ones, where when you understand it more you'll see it. But we've got 2, A times A is A squared, plus the 5A. That's it. Now if you saw my video on adding like terms, you'll know that these two cannot be added together, okay? A squared and A, not the same thing. You can't put them together. Alright? Okay. Super. Next one. E.g. 5, I think we are to. Oh, I can't make up my mind about what I want, whether I want dots or whether I want a bracket or whatever. Okay, e.g. 5. So, B times by 2A plus 5B squared plus 3. Okay, if you look, see me glance every now and then underneath the camera, because I got my notes there just so I can keep on track. Yeah. Alrighty, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's color code this, make it look pretty. I always like to make my notes look pretty. I've got B times 2A, alright. I've got B times 5B squared. I'm going to be using this idea up here, alright. And I've got B times 3. Okay, so this whole thing equals B times 2A. Wow, all these pens in my hand. Oh, I'm on green. B times 2A is 2AB. Done. When I'm multiplying variables, I simply write them next to each other. A times B, AB. Okay. Plus, B times 5B squared. Now that means I've got 2 B's here. I'm timesing another one, this idea. I'm adding on another B, so it's 5B cubed plus 5B cubed. When you look at the video on index laws, you'll see that when I multiply powers, I add exponents. It all starts to come together. The index laws were concrete, made it very concrete, made it very specific, okay, for any powers. But here's the beginning of it, okay? And B times 3 is 3B plus 3B. Alrighty. So I stop and I say, okay, great, super. I've done the distribution. Can anything go together? Can anything be multiplied? Well, no, that's AB and that's B. It would be nice if they could go together, but AB and B's can't go together, okay? They don't have the same letter part. Only if the letter parts are exactly the same can I put them together. That's B cubed, that's B. Same idea as up there. They can't go together. So that's it. She is done. Okay, nothing more I can do with this one. Right. And now last one. Last one. I'm going to do it in red. E.g. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky. So, 2A squared times by A plus 3 minus 4A cubed times by 3A squared minus 5. Alrighty, now, I'm throwing absolutely everything in with you. Now, if you're in year 7 or year 8, this would probably be a slight extension, okay, pushing you slightly. Year 9, year 10, you got to be okay with this. This is like a walk in the park for year 9 and 10, okay? That's the grade levels that you're looking at with this one, okay? Year 11, we should do this with the eyes closed. Let's do it. Right. So, let's do black for this one. I've got 2a squared times a, 2a squared times 3. Now listen to how I say this. Negative 4a cubed times positive 3a squared, negative 4a cubed times negative 5. Here I'm saying it. Okay. Alrighty, so I've got black for the first one. So we've got 2a squared times a is 2a cubed. 2a squared times 3 is positive 6a squared. That's the first bracket, done. Right, second bracket. Negative 4a cubed times by positive 3a squared. Well, negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12, the number part. A cubed times a squared is a to the power of 5. When I multiply powers, I add exponents. Negative 4a cubed times by negative 5. Negative 4 times negative 5. Well, a negative times a negative is a positive. So it's positive. 4 times 5 is 20. A cubed. Okay. And we stop and we say, okay, can anything go together? Yeah. This one. Look. This guy here. A cubed. He can go with a cubed. Okay. So let's put the a cubes together. But I'm going to quickly do something very small. I'm just going to quickly write them in descending powers of the leading alphabetical variable. Mouthful, but this is just the habit that we normally do. 12a to the power 5, we do it from the highest power down to the smallest power. A cubed plus 20a, 2a cubed plus 20a cubed is plus 22a cubed plus 6a squared. Okay, everyone with me? Alright, not very hard, but still, you have to keep track of what you're doing. Alright, you've got to see that this goes systematically. Okay. Anyway, there's more info on the blog. There's more videos similar to this. I've gone into foil a little bit on the next step. Go and check them out. Remember, I'm here for you.